Hello, and welcome back to The Wheel Decides My Pulls. Last time, we recruited the world's cutest Nekomata, and that's all we got. That's all I want to talk about. Definitely no one else. Nothing to see here. Yeah, so we got Kaveh, which was pretty unfortunate, but without further ado, we are going to ignore this fact and continue on our quest to Inazuma and just look at Gaming instead because he makes all the pain go away. So let's get to it. Today's adventure begins with paying a visit to our dear friend Ningguang, where she tells us that she really misses hosting sleepover parties, so she is really doing her best to rebuild the Jade Chamber. She then threatens us by saying we have to help her find the right supplies if we want to be invited to the next one. Seeing that we have no other choice, we decide to help out, which is when we run into this really strong woman named Shenhe, who agrees to help us out. I'm not even sure she knows a sleepover is on the line here, but she's bored and has nothing better to do, so she tags along. Once we tell her about the sleepover, Shenhe tells us a really good spot to find pillows, which is definitely needed to have the best pillow fight at the next sleepover. So we follow her into a cave without questioning it. After all, at this point we've already seen way too much and have learned to keep our mouth shut when it comes to going into suspicious locations. Once we're inside, we forget how to walk and suddenly trip and fall into an endless abyss. But then we get up and see this guy making dirty looks at us. He doesn't like that we survived the nasty fall and wants to get us good this time. But this time, I am prepared, even though we just land in the water anyway. But little did we know that his buddies were waiting at the bottom for us. So, in an act of pure self-defense, we beat those straight into the ground. After defeating the enemies in our way, we finally find the secret pillow stash that they were hiding. Shenhe tells us she can carry the pillows herself, so we ditch her and make a few copium-filled wishes. These, of course, lead to absolutely nothing. So, I sincerely hope that you all got excited for nothing, because this is what we had to endure on stream. Follow me on Twitch, by the way, if you'd like to see me suffer in real time. After that, we head back to finally meet the secret crush from Ningguang's diary. She and her friend are really interested in attending the next sleepover, so they agree to team up with us to get the Jade Chamber built even faster. Once we team up, as almost by magic, we have enough materials to release the Jade Chamber back into the sky. Everyone is so excited and are getting ready to go inside and have the best sleepover ever. But not before yet another sea monster comes out of literally nowhere to rain on our parade. We learn that this sea monster, much like the other sea monster, you know, the one from before that we beat up? Yeah, but this one is a lady sea monster, and she is jealous that she wasn't invited to the sleepover. So then, Ningguang conjures up some lore-accurate but gameplay-inaccurate geopowers to weaken the sea monster. Seriously, you guys, I don't know how many times I need to say it. Hashtag justice for Ningguang. Then we come swooping in for some lore-inaccurate butt-whooping from Mrs. Sea Monster. Seriously, we defeated a dragon with chronic bad breath and a child throwing a temper tantrum all on our own, but this jealous sea monster is what takes us out? At least there is a pretty woman there to catch us. After that, she agrees to show us how it's done and challenges the sea monster to a duel. Whoever wins gets the invite to the sleepover. After we somehow lived getting thrown against a giant rock, we help Shenhe by taking down the sea monster and telling her that she will never be invited to one of Ningguang's elite sleepover parties. Taking the hint, finally, the sea monster leaves, and Yunjin sings us a little song to celebrate. Guess we are adding karaoke to our list of sleepover activities. Upon completing the sleepover, we are saddened to see that we are still not at AR 30. So we cope with this by doing another wish that leads to, you guessed it, absolutely nothing. You guys better get used to this because this is my gacha luck and it is abysmal. Desperately looking for something to do, we then meet up with our cute goth BF, Dainsley, who leads us around Mondstadt to random domains, but never seems to help us and just kind of stands there while we take care of the enemies for him. He does this over in Wolvendom too, and other random places that I forgot because I was not paying attention. He leads us back to Storm Terror's lair, where we relive the moments of finally giving Dvalin that tic-tac. While fighting a few mages along the way, Dainsleif continues to watch it all unfold and complains about how slow it's taking us. We're kind of annoyed with him and are really just ready to leave, but then he takes his playing hard to get to the next level, and suddenly, we just can't wait to see him again. In fact, we are so happy by his presence that our happiness alone is what carries us over the edge to reaching AR 30. Now, we could make a beeline straight for Inazuma, but instead we decide to cope wish some more. Oh, it's purple. Please don't be Noelle. Alright, I'll take it. Now, imbued with the unlimited power of C1 Rosaria, we are ready to take on any challenge this game throws our way. What's that, you say? Time for Inazuma? Nope. We're going back to hang out with Dainsleif some more. His ominous final words left a deep impression, and we went searching for him in yet another suspicious-looking cave. But Dainsleif is nowhere to be found. Just this creepy shrine and this, we're there. It is kind of funny that Venti's statue was defiled in such a way, but we don't have time to laugh about it since this place is about to crumble. It takes all of my brain cells combined with the power of Thanos' ring to get up this pathway. But we make it up on the first try, by the way. But then this dude is here waiting for us, and he wants to fight. So that's what we do. We can't help but think how jealous Dainsleif will be when he finds out we got to defeat his arch nemesis without him. I guess we made a lot of commotion in there because there he is in the flesh, Mr. Goth BF himself, waiting outside for us. We let him know what happened, and despite his cool demeanor, we can tell there's hints of jealousy in his gaze. He then gives us a big lore drop and tells us we need to follow the abyss to uncover more clues. I think he is just trying to find an opportunity to battle against the guy from before, but we follow him along. I guess you could say Dainsleif is our newest obsession. Sorry, child, we're kind of over you at this point. Again, Dainsleif takes us around and brings out the popcorn while he watches us kick more butt. Eventually, he is tired of this, though, and brings us back to Mondstadt. We learn that he is actually terrified of Barbara, to which we definitely can understand that fear. You're not alone in that, my guy. So we end up doing the talking for him, and she gives us even more lore drops. So much so that Dane seems a bit distraught that she one-upped him with her lore drop. So he's determined to give us another one that is even bigger. But not before taking us to Wolvendom again, where we see our wolf buddy has been captured by the stinky Abyss Herald. He is stinky in like a different way though, like he needs deodorant or something. Dane watches in disbelief as we kick his butt once again. Since we did so well in the fight against the Herald, Dane finally believes that we were able to take it down and demands we return to the original creepy cave to reenact the battle for him. So we employ all of our brain cells once again, and to be honest, I did mess this one up one time here, but it's because I wanted to get the chest in the side thingy. Okay, you understand. Moving on. Sure enough, the smelly herald is waiting there for us, so now we can actually reenact the fight without just our imaginations. So we kick his butt one more time, unleashing our wild card and ultimate damage dealer, Barbara, to really show him who's boss. After knocking him down, Dainsleif finally decides to assist us. But then he gets distracted because out of nowhere, our twin has arrived to drop some more intense lore bombs. He tells us that Dane is his ex-bestie, which makes us want to get to know him even more. But before we can even ask him where the heck he's been all this time, he says, I'm a head out, and leaves us behind in the dark, creepy cave with nothing but our self-loathing and Paimon to keep us company. Now, even though we are quite sad about this, we aren't sad for long because it's time to wish again, but not just any wishes. Some very sleepy, I just dreamed for way too long and I want to go to bed wishes. 3, 2, 1, go. Of course, nothing. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, I need a nap. Boo. Now, you might say this was a very unproductive episode, and I am not going to confirm or deny this. But we are now AR30, which means we are so close to moving on to Inazuma. That being said, if you enjoyed this episode and want to see the next one, make sure you like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment letting me know who you would bunk with at Ningguang's epic best sleepover of all time party. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one.